Here's the truth, ladies, 95% of men can't resist when women do this one thing. And no, it's not what you're thinking. It's not about showing more skin. It's not about having a perfect body. And it's definitely not about being the loudest or the most dramatic in the room. What truly makes a man sit up, take notice, and feel that unstoppable pull toward you is something subtle, something so natural that when you do it right, he doesn't even realize what hit him. All he knows is that suddenly you're living rent-free in his mind. Now, let me ask you this. Have you ever seen another woman walk into a room and instantly every guy turns his head? You're thinking, she's not even the prettiest one here, so why is every man looking at her? That's the magnetic quality I'm talking about. It's not about perfection. It's about presence. And here's where it gets exciting. That kind of presence isn't something you're either born with or without. It's something you can create, master, and turn into your own secret weapon of attraction. When you learn how to unlock this, you'll notice men lean closer when you speak. You'll notice their eyes linger a little longer. And most importantly, you'll notice how much effort they suddenly put into impressing you. Because here's the reality. Men are hunters by nature. But what they truly crave is a woman who knows how to invite the chase. When you do this one thing, and I'll break it down for you step by step in just a moment, men don't just notice you, they can't resist you. And that's why you need to stay with me through this video. Because I'm not just giving you random dating tips, I'm handing you the exact behaviors and signals that trigger a man's attraction on a deeper, almost primal level. These aren't manipulative tricks. These are the things that make you magnetic without you having to pretend, overthink, or try too hard. So, if you've ever wanted a man to look at you like you're the only woman in the room, lean in and don't blink. Because I'm about to show you 5 powerful ways to tap into that irresistible energy that 95% of men cannot walk away from. Let's start with the first and honestly one of the most powerful qualities, playful confidence. Now, I know what you're thinking. You've heard a million times that men love confidence. And it's true. A confident woman stands out. But here's the twist: confidence alone can sometimes feel intimidating or even cold. What men absolutely cannot resist is when confidence is mixed with playfulness. That combination is magnetic. Think about it like this. Imagine a woman walks into a cafe. She's standing tall, shoulders back. She knows who she is. That's attractive. But then she catches someone's eye, gives a little smirk, maybe even raises her eyebrow in a cheeky way and goes back to her lap. Suddenly, every man in the room is wondering, what's her story? Who is she smiling at? And how do I get that smile again? That tiny dash of playfulness softens the confidence. It says, I'm strong, but I'm also fun. I don't take life too seriously. And if you want to keep up with me, you'd better bring your A game. Ladies, men love to feel like they're in a game with you, one that's fun, flirty, and lighthearted. And playful confidence does exactly that. Here's the psychology behind it. Men are naturally drawn to challenge, but they also crave comfort. When you're confident, you present a challenge, he knows you're not desperate for attention, and that alone makes you stand out. But when you add playfulness, you create comfort, you signal, I'm approachable, you can come closer. It's that sweet spot in between that drives men crazy. So how do you show playful confidence in real life? Let me give you a few examples. Imagine a guy tells you about his obsession with working out. Instead of just nodding, you say with a grin, oh, so you're one of those gym guys. Let me guess, you never skip leg day, right? You're teasing him, but it's playful. You're showing you're confident enough not to take him too seriously. You're at a party, and instead of shrinking into a corner, you take your spot in the center of the room. You don't have to be loud. You just stand tall, smile at people, and move with ease. Then, when someone approaches, you break into a playful comment like, so are you here for the drinks or for the gossip? Instantly, you've disarmed him with charm. Playful confidence can be as simple as the way you use your body. A little lean in when he's speaking, a quick eyebrow raise, a smirk before looking away. These micro moments tell him, I know I'm attractive and I'm enjoying this little dance we're doing. Now here's the part most women don't realize. Playful confidence isn't about being loud or outgoing. You don't need to be the life of the party or the most talkative person in the room. It's about subtle signals, your energy, your expressions, your willingness to play. Men can't resist it because it makes them feel alive. They feel like they're not just talking to you, they're in an experience with you. They walk away thinking, wow, she's different, she's fun, she makes me feel good about myself. And remember, this confidence without playfulness can sometimes come across as intimidating. Playfulness without confidence can feel like insecurity, but when you blend the two, that's when you become unforgettable. So the next time you're out, I want you to test this. Instead of trying too hard to impress or worrying about saying the perfect thing, just lean into your playful confidence. Smile, tease, be cheeky, and own your space, because ladies, confidence makes you noticed, but playful confidence, that makes you unforgettable. Eye contact is one of the most underestimated tools of attraction. Most people think it's just about looking someone in the eye when they talk to you, but when used the right way, it becomes something electric. It can shift the energy of a conversation, create instant chemistry, and make a man feel a pull toward you that he can't explain. Picture this: you're at a restaurant, sitting across from a guy you find attractive. He's talking about his day, telling a story, and instead of just glancing up every now and then, you hold his gaze. Not in a stiff or awkward way, but in a way that says, I'm here, I see you, and I like being in this moment with you. That tiny action changes everything. Suddenly, he's not just talking anymore, he's performing for you. He's trying harder because that look is giving him energy and validation. The beauty of eye contact is in the tension it creates. You don't even need to say much. Sometimes it's about letting a pause linger, holding his eyes for just 1 second longer than expected, and then looking away with the faintest smile. That smile, combined with that little delay, will run through his mind on a loop. He'll wonder, what did she mean by that? Was she flirting? Does she feel something? And the truth is, you don't even need to confirm it. That's what makes it so irresistible. Men are visual creatures, yes, but more than that, they're wired to respond to signals of intimacy. And strong eye contact is one of the deepest signals of intimacy you can give. When you look at a man with focus, without rushing, you make him feel important. You make him feel like he's the only person in the room, and that feeling is addictive. Think back to the last time someone held your eyes just a little longer than usual. Didn't it make your stomach flip for a second? Didn't it leave you replaying that moment even hours later? That's the effect you create when you use eye contact as a tool. It's silent, it's powerful, and it goes straight past the surface into his emotional core. Now, here's what most women get wrong. They either avoid eye contact completely because they're nervous, or they overdo it and end up staring, which feels intense and uncomfortable. The secret is balance. You want to hold his gaze with warmth, let it breathe, then break it with a smile or a playful glance away. That rhythm of connection and release creates a magnetic push and pull. It tells him, I'm interested, but you're going to have to earn more of this. This is why eye contact is so powerful in flirting. It's not just about looking at someone, it's about creating a moment that says, I'm comfortable in my skin, I'm not afraid of intimacy, and I like what I see. And men pick up on that instantly. You don't need the perfect line, you don't need a rehearsed story. Sometimes all it takes is being quiet, looking at him with that steady, playful gaze, and letting him feel the charge in the silence. That's when he'll lean in closer. That's when his voice lowers. That's when he feels the chemistry building without either of you saying a word. So the next time you're with a man you like, I want you to practice this. Instead of worrying about filling the silence with words, let the silence breathe, lock eyes for just a little longer, soften your expression, and then let your smile do the rest. That one move will stay in his head long after the conversation ends. Because in that moment, you didn't just look at him, you made him feel seen. And that, more than anything, is what makes men come back for more. Here's the truth: men aren't just drawn to how a woman looks, they're drawn to how she moves. Feminine energy in motion is one of the most captivating forces in attraction. It's not about having the perfect body or fitting into a specific type. It's about the way you carry yourself, the rhythm of your gestures, the softness you radiate without even speaking. Imagine two women walking into a room. One rushes in, shoulders tense, eyes glued to her phone, moving like she's trying not to be noticed. The other walks in slowly, shoulders relaxed, her steps unhurried, with a gentle sway in her hips. She doesn't need to say a word, every head turns. Why? Because her energy is calm, confident, and undeniably feminine. Men notice these things more than they even realize. It's primal. the way you tuck your hair behind your ear, the way you lean forward when you're laughing, or the way your hands move as you tell a story. It's all sending signals. Signals that you're present, that you're comfortable, that you're inviting connection. Here's where the magic happens. Feminine energy in motion is not about exaggerating or performing. It's about slowing down and owning your movements. When you walk into a space, don't rush. Let your steps have rhythm. When you talk, allow your hands to express naturally. When you laugh, tilt your head back slightly. Let your body relax into it. These little shifts communicate warmth, softness, and sensuality, and men can't help but lean into that. Think of it like dancing. When someone dances with ease and rhythm, it's mesmerizing. When they're stiff or trying too hard, it feels awkward. The same applies to your everyday movements. The more relaxed and natural you are, the more magnetic you become. And here's something important. Feminine energy in motion isn't about being passive. It's powerful. It shows that you're in tune with yourself. Men are drawn to that harmony. It makes them feel like being around you will soothe them, excite them, and inspire them at the same time. I'll give you a simple exercise. Next time you're out, whether you're walking through a store, a restaurant, or even just across the street, slow down your pace just a little. Lift your chin, soften your gaze, let your body move with ease. You'll notice people start to look at you differently. Men especially will sense that energy shift instantly. Another way this shows up is in how you listen. When a man is speaking and you lean in slightly, keeping your posture open, maybe tilting your head as you focus on him, you're radiating feminine presence. He feels seen and your movement invites him closer. It's subtle, but it's powerful. And then there's touch, a light, playful touch on his arm as you laugh, brushing a strand of hair behind your ear, or resting your hand gently on the table as you talk. All of these micro movements create chemistry without a single word. They tell him, I'm comfortable, I'm here, I'm inviting connection. What makes this irresistible to men is that it's authentic. It's not about being perfect or rehearsed. It's about allowing yourself to slow down, breathe, and express your natural rhythm. Men crave that energy because it's different from the rush and hardness of their daily lives. Your feminine motion becomes a kind of oasis they can't help but be drawn toward. So remember, it's not about how you look in stillness, it's about how you move through the world. The way you walk, the way you laugh, the way you lean in, all of it combines into an unspoken language of attraction. When you master that language, 95% of men won't even understand why they can't stop thinking about you. They'll just know they're hooked. No, let's talk about something that most women completely overlook, but when you get it right, it drives men absolutely wild: the way you listen. I know that doesn't sound very sexy at first, but stay with me, because listening, when done with allure, is one of the most powerful, irresistible signals you can send to a man. And here's why men are wired to want to impress you. They want to feel like the things they say matter, that you're genuinely interested in what's going on in their world. When you lean in and really listen, not just with your ears, but with your entire presence, you create a moment that men can't stop thinking about. Think about the last time someone gave you their full attention. No phone in their hand, no glancing around the room, just their eyes on you, nodding, smiling, soaking up every word. Didn't it feel magnetic? Didn't it make you feel important, like you were the only person that mattered? That's exactly how men feel when you listen with a yaw. And because it's so rare, it hits them on a deeper level. Here's what listening with a yaw actually looks like. You're on a date and he's telling you a story, maybe about his childhood, his job, or something funny that happened with his friends. Most people would just nod politely and wait for their turn to talk. But you lean in slightly, your body angled toward him, your eyes hold his soft and steady. You tilt your head just a little, and as he speaks, you let a smile play at your lips or your eyebrows raise at the right moment. You're not just hearing his words, you're responding with your presence. That kind of energy does something to a man. It makes him open up more. He starts revealing things he doesn't usually share. And suddenly, without even realizing it, he feels connected to you on a much deeper level than he has with anyone else. Why? Because you made him feel seen, you validated him, and that's one of the most seductive gifts a woman can give. Now, don't get this wrong, listening with allure isn't about sitting in silence and nodding like you're in an interview. It's active, playful, and warm. You laugh when he says something funny. You tease him gently if he exaggerates. You say things like, "No way, you didn't actually do that," or "I can't believe you just admitted that to me." That playful response, combined with your focus, tells him you're not only interested, you're enjoying him. And here's the part that makes it irresistible. When you listen with a "you're," you shift the dynamic. Instead of you being the one trying to impress him, you flip the script. He starts working harder to impress you. He leans in, he adds more details, he exaggerates his stories, he makes bolder jokes, all because your energy is pulling more out of him. Men can meet hundreds of women who look beautiful, but very few who make them feel fascinating. That's the power you hold when you master this. You don't have to fight for attention. You become the woman he can't wait to open up to, the woman who makes him feel alive when he talks. And long after the date ends, he's lying in bed replaying your reactions, remembering the way your eyes lit up when he told that story, craving that feeling again. So ladies, the next time you're with a man you want to captivate, don't stress about having the perfect lines or the most interesting stories. Instead, give him your full attention. Lean in, hold his gaze, let your expressions respond naturally, and sprinkle in playful comments that make him laugh and reveal more. Because when you listen with allure, you're not just hearing him, you're making him feel like the most fascinating man in the world. And trust me, that feeling will make him chase you harder than anything else. Now let's get into one of the most intoxicating qualities you can embody: the art of mystery, wrapped in a smile. See, men are fascinated by mystery. It's in their nature to chase, to want to figure things out, to pursue what feels just out of reach. But here's where most women go wrong. They either play it too mysterious, coming across cold, detached, or uninterested, or they go the other way and overshare everything all at once, leaving nothing for him to uncover. The secret is balance. And the most irresistible way to strike that balance is with mystery combined with warmth, what I like to call mystery with a smile. Imagine this: you're on a date and he asks you about your weekend. Instead of giving him the full detailed schedule of what you did from Friday night to Sunday morning, you tilt your head, let a soft smile curve across your lips, and say, "Oh, I had a little adventure. Maybe I'll tell you more about it if you behave." You're not lying. You're not playing games. You're creating intrigue. Suddenly his mind is buzzing. What adventure? Who was she with? Why won't she tell me yet? That curiosity is addictive. Men love to feel like there's more to discover about you. They don't want the entire book on the first page. They want to turn the pages slowly, savoring each chapter. When you hold back just a little, when you answer with a playful smile instead of a full explanation, you create tension. And tension is the lifeblood of attraction. But here's the key: mystery on its own can feel distant. That's why the smile is so important. The smile tells him, "I like you, I'm having fun with you, and I'm letting you in, just not all at once." It softens the edge of mystery and makes it flirtatious instead of cold. Without the smile, mystery can feel like rejection. With the smile, it feels like an invitation to chase. Think about movie characters you've found captivating. It's rarely the ones who lay out their whole life story immediately. It's the ones who drop little hints, leave questions unanswered, but always with a glint in their eye that says, "Stick around, there's more where that came from." That's the energy you want to embody. And you can apply this in small ways too. When he compliments you, instead of gushing with a long explanation, just smile, hold his gaze for a beat and say, "Thank you, you'll have to work harder if you want to keep me blushing." When he asks about your hobbies, instead of listing them all, you can say, "I've got a few guilty pleasures, maybe I'll reveal one later." These aren't games, they're ways of keeping the energy light, fun, and open-ended. Men thrive on the chase, but the chase isn't about you running away. It's about you leaving little breadcrumbs that make him want more. That's what mystery with a smile does. It keeps him guessing, keeps him invested, and makes every interaction with you feel like a story he can't put down. And here's the beautiful part: when you weave mystery with warmth, you never have to worry about being too much or too available. You're giving him just enough to feel connected, while leaving enough unsaid to keep him craving the next moment. That balance is what 95% of men find irresistible, because it speaks to their primal desire to discover, explore, and earn your deeper layers. So remember, ladies, mystery doesn't mean being distant or unavailable. It means letting him chase a little, making him curious, and showing him that you've got depth he hasn't even touched yet. And when you wrap that in a smile, soft, playful, inviting, you become unforgettable. You're no longer just another woman in his life. You're the mystery he's determined to solve. Now, here's the truth. What we've talked about today isn't about tricks, games, or trying to be someone you're not. It's about stepping into the version of yourself that men can ignore, the version that radiates confidence, playfulness, warmth, and a faultless attraction. Because listen, attraction isn't built on perfection, it's built on presence. It's in the way you smile at him like you know something he doesn't. It's in the way you tease him without needing validation. It's in the confidence you carry, the passion you live with, and the mystery you leave behind. Those are the moments he replays in his mind long after you've gone home. And here's the best part, you don't have to do more. You simply have to be more you. When you lean into your feminine energy, your quirks, your laughter, your soft confidence, 95% of men can't resist it. Why? Because you're giving him something he doesn't find anywhere else. So let me leave you with this. Don't just listen to these points and forget them. Start practicing them. Next time you're with a guy you like, try leaning into one of these little things. Maybe it's playful teasing. Maybe it's your confident posture. Maybe it's holding his gaze for just a second longer than usual. Watch the effect it has. And if you love this breakdown, make sure you hit subscribe. Drop me a comment sharing which point resonated with you most, and share this with a friend who needs a little confidence boost today.